My name is Lucas Revisa, and I am the designer and builder of Odyssey. This is my fourth complete van. I named this van Odyssey because of all the places I went just in the building process. This is a 2022 Mercedes Sprinter 4x4. It is the 170 wheelbase, and this is my fourth complete van build. I've had the concept for this van for a while, and it took me about 9 months to complete, but I'm super excited to show you guys, so let's get right into it. One of the first things you see when you open your slider door is this garage. This is a wet garage. The walls are lined with neoprene, which is the same thing wetsuits are made out of. We have two ski holders right here, a light switch right here, and that can be flipped to point outside and illuminate this whole space at nighttime. And then below right here is my Starlink router. So directly above this closet, the Starlink is permanently mounted on the roof, and I have mobile internet anywhere I go, even while I'm driving. One of the centerpieces of this van is this corner shower, and it has the angle right here, and this is the shower door. But I wanted to keep that angle consistent, so I matched the countertop and this pantry door with the angle of the shower, and this allows the space to feel like you're being guided all the way in. This whole shower is a walk-through shower, so you go right in through into the front of the cab, and you can actually still see through the rear view all the way out the rear windows. I decided to go with Italian tile on this one. It is a green porcelain tile, and they're pretty thin, and that's why I ended up with these tiles, so it's not that much weight. For the toilet, we have the Laveo dry flush, and then when you're showering, you just move the toilet between the passenger and the driver's seat, and you have this whole 3-foot by 3-foot shower. The shower head is a Nebbia Moen. This is a misting shower head that releases 1.5 gallons per minute. I have a hydronic heating system which delivers me instant hot water, so I can be taking a hot shower as long as I have water in the tank. To the left of the shower, we have the closet. For every build, there's always one thing that I'm not too sure how I'm gonna pull off, and that's kind of what excites me. And this time it was this closet. It is 3/16 tempered glass with a piece of film on it, and when you flick a switch, it becomes opaque. So when you spin this dial, the smart tint is no longer see-through. And when you turn the light off, one of my favorite parts about this one specifically, I chose the black smart tint, is that it just looks like a black mirror, and that really matches the color scheme. Another location I have the smart tint is the pantry, and this has 4 different levels. And this holds everything from cereal, pancake mix, cans, and then on the top, I have all of my silverware. Inside, I have wine glasses on the top. Below that, cups, bowls, and plates, and everything you need to make a pour-over coffee below. I put about 5,000 miles in this, and I've had no movement, rattling, or noise. On the right side, we have the closet. Pretty self-explanatory. You can fit about 30 shirts in here. Below the closet doors, I have 5 drawers. These drawers are all solid walnut. I handpicked all the wood and grain matched them before I glued them up. So behind all of these drawers, I have an electromagnet on a switch, 150 pounds per drawer, which is more than enough. So when you click this button, all these drawers unlock and open with ease. Another element of design that I knew I wanted to do before I even started building were these floors. So I had this vision for a low profile chevron design, and I wasn't able to find anything that resembled my idea on the market. So I actually custom made this whole floor. This is solid walnut, and it's all tongue and grooved and glued to the floor.
I'm Nate Murphy, and I have literally just bought this van to show you how to build a van. We have made a really detailed course which will help you go from this to this. You will learn everything you need. We help you specify your electrical system, and you'll be able to access the community all building their own vans at the same time.
One of the last things before we leave the entryway is this shoe cubby. So if you have any muddy shoes, you can just slip them right into this cubby here. So I think it's pretty obvious by now, my favorite wood is walnut. It is throughout the whole build. So this wall right here just looks like a normal slat wall, but it has 3 hidden bump ins and they're all push to open. And they have these little spotlights that illuminate the space. All you do is turn the switch on here. All right, moving over to the kitchen. I have a dual burning induction cooktop. This pulls about 1800 watts when both burners are on max. I didn't want any propane in this build, so I have a pretty big electrical system with an induction cooktop just to take away as much risk as I can. For storage in the kitchen area, I have 3 upper cabinets, and below the induction, I have 3 pretty big drawers as well. Below the countertop here, I have a 140-liter Dometic CRX stainless steel fridge. All of the other windows have a magnetic blackout cover. This was the only one that I custom framed myself, so I had to come up with a shade on my own, and that's how I came up with this sliding shade. Just across from the induction, I have the sink. On the left here, we have a 3-stage filtered water spigot, the Moen faucet. This thing reaches around the whole sink. A little soap dispenser, and then this is a 15-inch by 13-inch black stainless steel sink. Above is my switch panel where I have all my lights and some charging. Over here we have the Touch 50 screen. This is how you manage all of your electronics. I even have it so you can see how much water is in your tank. You can see everything from the amount of solar you're pulling in, AC loads, DC loads, shore power, inverter. Above the sink, I have a KitchenAid all-in-one oven. This thing does everything from dehydrate, toasting bagels, air frying, bakes, broil. Below the sink is the trash can. This is a 7-gallon trash can, so plenty big for what you're gonna need in this van. And underneath that, some more storage for cutting boards. Right now, we're gonna dive into the heating and the cooling systems. For heating, I went with Rixon's, and this is a hydronic heating system that does everything from heat the floors, instant hot water, and hot air. I can even preheat the engine if it's too cold out. And while I'm driving, I can trap the engine heat as well because I'm tapped into the coolant lines in the front of the engine bay. I have PEX lines going through the floor with heat transfer plates all the way under all these cabinets, under all the plumbing, and under the showers. So nothing's gonna freeze, and when it's really cold out, you can still step in the shower and have a heated shower pan. For the cooling system, I decided to go with the Cruising Comfort Icebox, and this is a 12-volt air conditioner. I have 2 fans underneath the van. I have the compressor under the sink, and then the evaporator, which blows the air. This time I decided to shrink the bed length and increase my counter space. And I was able to do that because I have capsules on the outside of the van, which gives me an additional 9 inches of sleeping. So the bed comes down, sits flush with the backrests, and you sleep side to side, 6'9". I consider this the lounge area. It's going to be where you spend most of your time in the van. And you can have about 6 people back here. There's a lagoon table that swivels in every direction you need. One of my favorite features in the lounge area is actually this JBL surround sound system. I have a 10-inch sub right here, and this is the projector of choice for me in this van. This Nebula projector, and this just magnetizes right up here. This projector has all the apps that you need to watch movies or stream. Just behind the soundbar, we have a 50-inch screen. On a hot summer night, you can open up the rear doors, flip the screen outside, put this on a tripod. The cool thing about the Lagoon mount is that it's modular. The table just comes right off, and then this post comes off as well. And I just want to show you guys the electrical system in this van. So this is a 12-volt system. I have 3 400 amp hour Voltium batteries. These are self-heated, and they also have a heat transfer plate. Lithium batteries have to be at certain temperatures in order to operate, and these built-in heaters really make it so that you can use this van in any conditions. This van has a 3,000 watt inverter, a buck boost 100 amp alternator charger. I programmed it up to 80 amps personally. And in this bench, I also have the evaporator for the Cruising Comfort. And I just wanted to leave a lot of open space for airflow. So they got a fan going right now, and I just have a lot of room in here for air to pass through. The passenger bench is also fully loaded. We have a 10-inch subwoofer, a 42-gallon freshwater tank, and everything else is the Rixon's hydronic heating system. Just below it, we have a diesel furnace that taps into the fuel tank. It uses 0.15 gallons per hour, and that heats the whole system, from the radiant heated floors, the instant hot water, even the hot air. I did take this van to Lake Tahoe in the winter to test the systems, and I was able to get the van up to 70 degrees just off of the radiant floor heat. This van is truly all season, and I thank the heating and the cooling systems for that. Right now I'm going to show you the sleeping arrangements that are possible in this van. So this is the bed lift all the way down, and as you can see, we have the mattress sitting flush with the backrest into the bump out so that you can sleep side to side, 6'9". A lot of people ask what the texture on the wall is. This is called Roman clay. It is a paint plaster hybrid, and it is buttery smooth to the touch, and there is a thick water-based polyurethane coating on top, and that is so you can clean this and it will avoid getting stained. So on the ceiling here we have Roman clay. It kind of looks like a midnight sky. I just wanted this space to feel like a cave, separate from the rest of the van, and I think I accomplished that pretty nicely. On either side of the bed we have these little cubbies. Those go down in there. You can keep your phones in there, keys, glasses, anything you need while you're sleeping. Some chargers over here so you can have your cord here and then leave your phone in there while it's charging. This skylight has multiple functions. As you can see, we have a blackout screen, a bug screen, and a light as well. And this thing is fully electric. So you can open this about 90 degrees. Just behind the passenger seat, I have 2 extra blanks that fit in between the aisle alongside the lagoon mount, and these blanks wedge perfectly in to fill the rest of the space. This is also a huge bed space, and I'm 6'1", and I can sleep here comfortably. You could probably sleep 2 here comfortably. And now we have the third orientation, the bunk beds. So you can stop the happy jack at any height you need, throw the kids upstairs, and then you can sleep comfortably right underneath. That's about it for the inside of this van, and we're gonna start making our way outside. So right away, some cool features are an exterior light right above here. The switch is right here. And this light can just illuminate the whole back area of the van at night. Over here we have a gravity fill, a city water fill, and an outdoor shower. One of the biggest places for storage in this van is going to be this gear tray right here. This gear tray is on 250-pound locking drawer slides. You can use this for anything from chairs, tripods, outdoor gear, camping stoves, you name it. All that can go in here. Another purpose for this lagoon table is placing this right on top of the gear tray. And this is so you can have snacks outside, barbecue, have all your food here. For exterior mods, I have a mix of Owl and Backwoods. Right here we have the Owl ladder tire carrier. Right here we have the Backwoods box on the Owl Sherpa. Here are the Van Speed capsules. This is what allows me to get extra sleeping space side to side, and those come with a little slider window here as well. For the wheels, I have BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2s. The rims are Black Rhino Arsenals, and I do have an aftermarket suspension. Here we've replaced the leaf spring. There's a Fox shock right here. This is Agile Off-Road, and this added a 2-inch lift. In the front, we have a Backwoods bull bar front bumper. This bumper has Pathfinder lights, 4 pod lights, and a little light bar. And then up there, we have the Backwoods Drifter roof rack with another Pathfinder 50-inch light bar. On both sides of the van, we have an amp research step that opens up with the door so you can step in with ease. On the roof, we have the Arctic Tern skylight, a 360-watt Merlin military-grade walkable solar panel. Right here we have the Max Air fan, and just to the right is the Starlink. On the roof, we have the Roof Nest rooftop tent, and that sleeps 2 comfortably. And I'm gonna have Abby pop up there and open it to show you guys. The Roof Nest is great if you want to enjoy the outdoors on a summer night and just get away from the inside of the van. So the solar panel is on top of the Roof Nest, and it's cool because you can open it up and angle it towards the sun. All right, guys, and that's a wrap on this tour. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. That always helps. Abby, thanks for being a part of this tour and helping me out.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of building your own van, but you're worried about how complicated the process is? The bad news is, it is quite complicated. The good news is, we have made a super detailed online course to help you go from this to this. You will learn how to do insulation, carpentry, solar systems, everything you need. We help you specify your electrical system and you'll be able to access a community all building their own vans at the same time. It's never been easier to learn how to build your own van.